Do the thing. Says it's live. Yeah, it'll resync here in a bit. Oh. Come on. Why you gotta be like that, computer? Come on, Twitch. It's not one thing, it's another, right? Let's see if it works in the browser instead of on the app. Hey, there we go. It works in the browser. Perfect. Oh, I hate opening up my browser. I always get a whole bunch of weird stuff. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Feel free to say something, communicate, pop in, leave a message. Whatever you want. We're going to be playing the Banner Saga today, since I wonderfully injured my thumb yesterday. I'm going to put a little break on my cyberpunk action, because using a controller is very painful right now. So I'm not going to be able to do that for a few days while that heals up. So this is a game that I've wanted to do for quite a long time. Never got around to it. It's been on my list to stream. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's got the nice, almost kind of like Disney-esque style hand-drawn animation, which is just phenomenal. Really good story. Kind of plays like a, I don't know, like a mix between Final Fantasy Tactics and I guess I would say Oregon Trail. It's the best comparison I can make. The story in the Banner Saga changes based on the choices you make. You will occasionally switch between lead characters, witnessing the story unfold from different perspectives. The gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survived through a tenuous alliance, driving back destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped. The sun. Well, that sounds important. I feel like they kind of need that.
Að sjá dreggjana á ferli neðanbor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders.
God, the artwork is just so pretty
and
in
our
this.
last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as
myself
definitely being
will
a
be
dire
glad
omen.
to be done with this year's
A little more than that, I would
rounds.
say.
We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Cool looking town. I like how it's all built on the multiple levels like that. Giants. There's not a lot of voice acting in this, though, so this is about the only spot that is. That would be a little intimidating. Some very large boys. Okay. So now we get into the basics of the combat system. It's pretty simplistic. It's just a grid-based tactics, turn-based kind of deal. You can move safely within the blue tiles. That's your regular movement, and then you have a little bit of extra effort that you can expend to move into the yellow squares, and you only have so much of that per battle, but it refreshes, or there's certain ways you can restore it with certain types of characters. And then enemies have armor and their strength. And the thing that's interesting about this is the strength is not only how much damage you do, it's also how much health you have. So the more damage you take, the weaker your character becomes, so you get diminishing returns. So you have to kind of be sparing about when you get hit. But you have to be able to get through their armor as well, which is a lot harder to break. Dunk. And then turns alternate until there's like only like one dude left. Tink. Yep, now you can use his willpower. Costs 2 willpower to get over there. And he has the whirlwind ability. Oh, wrecked. Yep, and then when there's only one left, then everyone goes and the one dude gets screwed. Yeah, and you can use willpower to boost how much damage you do, all that kind of stuff. So it's a very valuable resource, and using that effectively can be the difference between life or death sometimes. And then renown's basically like your money.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and bar slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves.
Ah, humans are fun like that.
They meant to kill me, and he's not the first. A dozen families in the city would gladly
Hey buddy,
take my
taking a
chair.
nap there?
This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade. Quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head. I'm in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
Exquisite. Chapter 1. Only the sun has stopped. You are approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you're leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. Eric, steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. Ubin, isn't it? It is. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. I didn't exactly agree. Sassy. He kind of looks like he'd be sassy and grumpy. It's up to you, but I've already got one foot in the. But you've already got one foot in the door. Those men you left face down were Skullfings. We just want to make sure they don't come back. We took down the chieftain. What's left of them? Not much. Never was much in the first place. They were a loose bunch of thugs to begin with. I'm surprised they got as close as they did. Then we're done here. Almost. Come with me. We're going to the market down by the water. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. Oh, really? Alright, so this is the market. I kind of like how the different buildings that you'll see in the maps have like the cool like little runic lettering written above them. It's all the little details, man. Makes it great. Let me handle this. You meander through the rows of open-faced houses, and eroded stalls, colored canvases, flap on a briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Had, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. Skullfing's chieftain bled out about an hour ago, Had. So when you tell me what rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, no one's gonna try to kill you this time. I don't talk to, they don't talk to me. Let's have the big huge dude just say nothing and look all intimidating over there. Eric overturns his flimsy table, scattering Had's assortment of junk across the ground. Gods, Eric, laying it on a bit heavy, don't you think? Where are the Skullfings? Noblemen. Up by East Wall. That was months ago, last I know. Had skulks away with a wave of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hovel, disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Are we done here? Gunnulf, were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? Nope. Just bought him while we were walking around. Why? You look like a frog. Looks good. I'm glad you care. Gunnulf goes off to look at more stalls. Eric, that man of yours seemed unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be a Skullfing. If they're licking their wounds, they've probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a meat hall? Best I can tell. The name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm gonna go find him. I'll meet you there. Should we have an approach of some sort? What a luxury. Come on. You've already mopped up worse today. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. I'll remind him. You arrive in front of what must be noblemen. A few minutes later, Eric appears, with a weather-beaten man introduced as Valgard. I'll point them out, Eric says over his shoulder. Ready? Let's get this over with. That's the spirit, says Valgard. Okay, here we go. Valgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of a table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken Skullfings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead steins in the process. Don't spill the alcohol, man. What a waste. We could use that after we're done killing you. Ubin's just standing over here. He doesn't look like he gets in the fight very much. Oh yeah, that's right. You can also like reposition your dudes and move them around. So like if I select him, I can like plop him over there. And then I can have this dude over here, yeah. I think I'll have him go over that way and I'll kind of do a two-pronged attack. Let's see how well that works. So I'm actually just gonna have you Let's see, Stonewall, +1 armor to adjacent allies and self, blocks damage to strength and armor for 1 round. Yeah. So we're just gonna have you hold up. Perfect. And you can sneak on over here. Let's see what we got. So he's got the rally ability, and that allows him to restore some of their strength, so to speak. So I have 8 strength. He's got 5 armor, so that's 3 damage I can sneak through on him. That's not bad. And then I can use a little bit to cut him down to half. Boink! Okay, I'm not going to be getting very far over there. Because I don't want to lure too many of them into a place where I can get teamed up on. Oh, that guy's dead. Ah, 2 damage. Damn. They always want to go for Gunolf because he just does a shit ton of damage. But he has crap for armor, unfortunately. Alright, let's get into the thick of it with Mr. Big Shield Boy. Hey, promotion. Excellent. Tink. Oh yeah, and he makes him suffer damage back, which is beautiful. Let's see here. So I could go for that guy. You guys are all... Ooh, you're kind of tough. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna go after you. You've got a lot of strength, and I don't like that. Tink. Just chip away at him. Okay, 6, 2, 6. You guys are both kind of the same. I'm gonna go for this guy. Bam! See now, Gunolf, if he... yeah. So I should be able to hit... yep. 2 guys. Boom! 2 for 1 sale. That's what I like to see. Ooh, we deflected it. Nice. Just start picking them off. Nice tread, dingus. Hoo-ah! Dead. Super dead. Piece of cake. Hey, Gunolf is ready for a promotion. Perfect. That's what I want. He's one of the only characters you get to keep. There they are. Gods be damned. I've got to go wash off this blood. All over my nice robes. Jeez. This tunic's never going to be the same now. Eric is looking out the hall's windows onto the bay. A fleet of longships approach with sails of bold reds and blues. One banner I know well. Wagner. Next for Varl Kingship last we spoke. The other flag looks important. Yeah, important guests. See what I deal with all day long? Ah, things make a little more sense. You'd hoped I'd have a stake in saying everything's fine here when the royal guests arrived. Not me, the governor. I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Ah, so you're the bodyguard and the janitor. Can I ask you one more favor? What is it? If you happen to stall our guest down by the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. Eric and Valgard hustle from the mead house. To his credit, Eric tosses the barkeep a spar of silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go to greet the new arrivals down at the docks. Not my problem. Wagner, it's been ages. Familiar Varl steps onto the docks. In your mind, you recall a much younger version tramping the halls of Grofheim, abundant in purpose. God, Zubin, you're looking ancient. Comes with being old. And if there is Wagner, there must be Hakon. Must there? Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid, you old yaks? At what age do you lose a sense of shame? Your ender demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grofheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returned from Arberang, in fact. And glad for it. Hakon motions to the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering, golden wolf head emblazoned on red, the king of men, or someone on his behalf. The king's whelp. King's son, Ludin. Don't you know, Scrivener? We visit his capital, he visits ours. It's how you make alliances these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yep, Hakon has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Hakon. When you're going to Grofheim? I have the distinct feeling I've finished my business in Strand and was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but, let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What he's trying to say is the prince is a delight to behold. All these sassy, sarcastic giants, they're fucking fantastic. Just old and done with everybody's shit. Where's Moger? Hakon, have him find a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading up to meet the governor. A host of giants depart in his wake. You recognize a few, others are strangers to you. Guess I'm off to find Moger. See you in the morning, Scrivener. I'll be along. Young Prince of Men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. Ludin looks for all the world the sort of boy who grew up pulling the legs from spiders. The long road back to Grofheim should be more interesting than most years, you think. Lovely. Weariness suddenly settles in, and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Wagner's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Hakon or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. What's up, princey boy? Is this the right place? Find the prince at an inn. Guards blanket the building, including a sharp-eyed Varl who must be working for Ludin. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arms crossed. Greetings, Prince Ludin. Yes, you're with Wagner. I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Wagner a long time. I'll be joining you back to Grofheim with my guards. Ludin looks up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I work for the king, carrying ties to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? I have a habit of recording history. I thought we might talk about your visit. A viral historian. Don't you already know? Your king and mine both have been practically trumpeting it throughout the cities. I've been on the road a while, I'm afraid. Ludin takes a deep sigh. Whether tired or ungracious, you aren't certain. Maybe both. Formality, mostly. Wagner came to our capital in Arberang, and now we go to the Vile's capital in Grofheim to cement this grand alliance for the next age of men in Vile. You sound unconvinced. There's no need for it. It's damned cold up here. You get the sense he's struggling not to complain outright. You take the opportunity to excuse yourself. Charming. Scrivener! You find Hacken in a meat house surrounded by other Varl. Strand is no stranger to Varl, but rarely sees this many. Hakon waves you over. Went straight for a flagon. Wagner's the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds of collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What this time? When I got here, the Great Hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Did some redecorating, so to speak. Ha! Humans. I guess if I only lived as long as a Yox fart, I might be desperate to make something of myself, too. It's not too late to start trying, Hakon. Hakon lets slip a low chuckle. Any Varl could recount his deeds, known as he is for cutting a swath through Dredge at Wagner's side in the Second War, and regularly since then. Down here, I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point. There's another reason to get back to Grofheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the mead house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. At dawn, you're awoken by a delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with the sun that never moves. The governor's crest adorns his supply leathers. All there, just as promised. To your mild surprise, you wonder if Eric had anything to do with that. Plus 20 renown. Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Wagner is already here. A while later, Ludin and his men appear, groggy and disheveled. Moger steps forward, Wagner's quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. Yep. You follow Moger and join the others. Usually the smaller doors set into the gates would only be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor's expected you to draw a crowd, but there's nothing of the sort. Just frustrated, tired people. It summarizes Strandwell as a whole, you think? Oh boy. Lovely town. So here's like the Oregon Trail kind of aspect of the game. So you have like, here's like people, your renown, your supplies, which is like your food and drink and stuff. And then how many days have passed. And yep, the more people you have, the more supplies it drains, all that good stuff. And there's all kinds of fun decisions like Oregon Trail you have to make. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Moger, cracking open mead casks. From our gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with raucous laughter as the mead is passed throughout the camp. I can never remember how to pronounce that damn word. Toast to Wagner. You raise your drink, toasting the alliance between man and Varl. The others join in. Ludin's expression is like a stone wall, but the others laugh at your exaggerations. Eventually, you sit down beside Wagner. Drink merrily. It's not often you get a chance to relax on the road. The odds of something happening to the treasure cart is low, especially in this company, so you take advantage. Morale improved. Oh yeah, you also have morale. The little face will change colors and get sad, and that affects how much, what's the word? The extra effort that you have to use during combat. You rise groggily, the campsite a casualty of merriment. It's a fantastic sentence. I've had parties like that. Moger is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Ludin stalking your direction. He sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up. You nudge Wagner. You're needed. Uh-oh. Oh, it's Ludin. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Wagner releases a caged yawn. Receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Grofheim? We're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you on a map. This is the map of the world. Location of your caravan, blah blah blah. And then you have the different sections. And you can explore and zoom out and look around. So there's a lot of stuff. I kind of wish that they would add like some like optional missions or like a mission editor or something that you could do to this to like kind of like explore some of these other areas, because there's a ton of detail. Like you can come in here and just click on like any of these and it tells you little bits of information about them, which is really cool. But a lot of these areas you don't even go to, so it's like, what's the point? But you can kind of get little hints at like what's going to happen later by perusing around and looking at stuff here, because you go quite a bit. Like you end up all the way down in Arborang, you go down through here, Bindle, Borsgard, you go through quite a bit, Rainavik, Skoger, something funky in Wormtoe. Foothills of the Wormscale Mountains, the Varl created a small town beneath tall pines overlooking the Nordfelling wastes. Few come here aside for those looking for seclusion. Yep, and there's Hrolfheim way up here. The last home of the Varl and seat of their power, founded by Onfenir, the second Varl king. Though the Varl have moved around a lot, most consider Hrolfheim their capital. The deeds of Varl are honored here, and all warriors of worth are buried at the foot of the two spears, where they are said to become part of Varl's march itself. We head north, then east past the forts. Grofheim's far from Strand. Going to be a long march. You should have drank last night, Luton. Why not take the ships to Skrymerstead? What's the point of marching? Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up longships. Too bad, though. Could have shown you all the wonders of Skrymerstead. Half-sunken city crawling with dredge, Prince. Dredging glaciers. You like glaciers? Sassy. Luton exhales through his nose. The poor disguise for his contempt. He turns and bats aside the tent flaps as he goes, barking at his company in the distance. Don't poke the anthill, Wagner. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off to. Luden's got a shorter wick than Hakon. Thanks, Wagner. Let's get moving. Another half day to Vetterfell if we're lucky. Camp is where you manage your caravan. Blah, 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 blah. Can't equip stuff. Look at your heroes. You pass time by using the rest tent, which will improve morale. It's important. High morale will reduce casualties in war and affect your willpower. That's what it's called. Each passing day will use supplies, so only rest when necessary. Training tent will allow you to safely try out any characters in the mock battle. So yeah, all that good stuff. So I do actually want to come check out the heroes tent, because this buddy boy has a promotion. Oh yeah, and you can like see what kind of abilities they have, and like when they rank up, how strong they get and what they do. Heavy impact, hits nearby people with a shockwave. Tempest can do a big whirlwind. So to promote, takes renown, which is also what you use to buy supplies, so you have to kind of weigh that against, you know, the whole caravan, as opposed to being able to strengthen your individual warriors. But it also unlocks your ability. I always promote as much as I possibly can, because it's... you need it. Confirm. Now, you get points available, and I know the one thing about this dude that's very important is, he definitely needs more armor. Because he has a ton of strength, but he has shite for armor. And he doesn't have, what is this, exertion? Is that what this is? What is this? Can't remember what that does. Is there like a button that I can hit that like tells me what each of these do? I thought there was. There it is. Exertion is a amount of willpower you can use on any given action. There we go. So yeah, you're going to need 1 point of exertion and another point of armor. And then I'm just going to dump the rest into armor. This kind of makes him much more of a usable character and definitely one of the best. Jesus, does he have another promotion? Hell yeah, I'm going to promote him twice. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. And you can use an item. But I don't think I have any items. No, I don't. So I can kind of check out what these guys do. I think they have like little, yeah. Ludin is the prince of men, the first heir of a vast kingdom, though disliked by peers and rivals on account of his high-born attitude. Few question his intelligence, combat skills, or courage. And he's got the Impale ability, which knocks them back, and I think it makes them bleed. Yeah, and then they take damage for each tile they move. And enemies that move, when you hit them, this is like an instant kill. And each kill the character makes encourage allies to fight harder, granting 1 willpower to the unit and any adjacent allies. So that's kind of handy. When Ubin became the Varl King's tax collector, he was given an entourage of bodyguards to help transport gold collected across Hran. Gonolf was only one from the original group still alive, and for good reason. Yeah, because he's a fucking beast. Good old hack on here. Hack into something of a legend in Varl culture. When he met Wagner, it was during the Second Great War, in which the two became known for cutting a swath through Dredge where others were struggling just to stay alive. Wagner was always the charismatic leader, but there was no question about which of the two would win in a fight. War Master. Sundering Impact. Character hits even harder than an average warrior, with no chance to miss. Wreak havoc with an additional +1 strength, and also adds +1 break damage to the target, plus bonuses of heavy impact. So he like does damage to their health and their armor at the same time, and does like splash damage, which is beautiful. And then old Moger here. Bring the pain. Character strikes an adjacent enemy for armor break damage before hunkering down and boosting his passive ability. Return the favor to return even more break damage for 1 turn. By using Bring the Pain, he can create a forward charge that pushes enemies for ganging up against, punishes them for ganging up against him. So yeah, he's really good to like kind of like throw out into the battlefield really early and get him to start hitting him. And he'll quickly tear through a group of people's armor. Enemies who attack him lose 1 point of armor for each strike for each time they hit him yet. And what's his story? Moger's an old hand in Varl culture, long in the front line of the fight against the Dredge. He's had the occasional brush with leading a clan of his own, but eventually settled well into commanding Wagner's personal army of Varl warriors. He is highly respected amongst them. He's kind of like the sergeant or quartermaster kind of dude. Okie doke. That's all I wanted out of that. And I don't need to rest because I got great morale. Training, I don't really care to do. Although I think there is an advantage to that. No, not in this version. That's something else. I think that's the later game. You can have more fun with that. The training tent allows you to test your party against a team of clansmen of equal power. Never injures your allies or grants renown. Yeah, you don't get renown. I think there's a way that you can get renown in the second one for completing certain training challenges. But I don't think there's any challenges in this one. So there's not a whole lot of point.
Weatherfell. Even the name means bad weather. A frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
That's a lot of Varl. Only 85 people, but 366 giants. Holy shit. By Heidelberg, that's a lot of Varl for some missing cattle. But a couple days back, sent word to Strand about the cattle. Didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself until it sinks in that you aren't here on his behalf. Oh shit, are they gonna kill us? Where have your cattle gone? Wouldn't know. Our boys see men up in the hills carrying them away. Don't know how many men who can hoist a whole cow by himself. That's no man. Skulfings out there, maybe. Could they have Varl working for them? Not from what the governor told me. I'm going to take a look around and get camp set up. Peasant spits, his eyes anxiously darting about as the caravan sets up tents. We'll be here no more than a day. There's silver for any food you've got. Hundreds of Varl? Are you serious? They just took all my cows. What the fuck am I supposed to feed you? Whatever you're willing to sell. You thinking of squatting? Not enough room for a couple hunters here. Forget hundreds of... Shut up, hear that? Where's Luden? It's faint. Sounds like fighting. And something else. Hakon takes off at a run. Dun 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 dun. Oh! Wagner! No! Clicking any tile will automatically make a path. Oh yeah, you can make waypoints. Doo-doo-doo. Spearmen can attack diagonally. What is this, chess? He's a pawn. Spearmen can attack diagonally up to 2 tiles away. Armor blocks restraint. Oh, it's gonna make me. That's right, it makes you do this. So there's like no way to like adjust it or do anything. Tink. Deflected attacks do no damage. Dead. Holy shit! Well, that's not good. Hey-ya! Boom! Let's see, you've got 10, 14. Jeez. I'm gonna have to chip my way through that shit. This is gonna suck. Really ought to just tink at his armor a bit. Ooh, that was a lot. Bring the pain. So they're all gonna gang up on Hakon. Actually, I have a clever ruse. Ow! Yeah! Let's get the tempest. Boom! Ow! See, now that worked exquisitely. Oof, Hakon's not looking too hot. Ha! Your measly 1 damage does not faze me. Take that, you fiend. Let's see. Yeah, their armor is pretty good now. I just gotta chip away at this schmuck. Yeah, hit him some more. That'll work out great for you. Hi-ya! Tink. Oh, you're in trouble. Goodbye. Yes, keep hitting the man with the shield. That'll work great for you. Good job. You trying to get yourself killed, Luden? What are you doing? I was trying to get a shot in between the plates. You've never seen a dredge before, boy. What kind of idiot? Break their armor first. Where did they come from? We didn't even see them. They were just there. Hakon goes to where Wagner lies face down. The future Varl king lies motionless, aside from a spreading pool of blood. Wagner's dead. Well, so much for your alliance. That got right fucked. Meanwhile... Oh, she looks enthused. Where did that thing come from? Shh! Stay close. I think it's sauce. Deployment happens before battle, blah 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 blah. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, ready. Careful, don't get too close. Yeah, can't I see how far they can move? Yeah, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5 space. If I move... probably about right here would be good. And I know he's got a range attack. These guys are archers. Come and get some, buddy boy. Gotta start piercing their armor. Tink! This is gonna hurt. Ouch! Not too bad. Okay, and then he has a cool ability called Mark the Prey. Does armor break damage and all allies within range attack the marked target. Tink, and then she will shoot him. Bam! Haha! You fool! Now we're really gonna tear you apart. Nice. That's the way to do it. Foes lying dead at your feet. Some of you may be wondering, who the fuck are these people? Well, you'll find out, because they don't fucking give you any warning. It just switches. This is the other characters, though. Was that a dredge? Well, that looks calm, but you can tell her heart is about to beat out of her chest. It was. Let me see. Are you hurt? No, I'll be fine. When the dredge attacked your cart and the ox bolted, it spilled most of your supplies. You can see more dark figures moving through the trees when you glance at that direction. All that food. That's the last we're going to get before winter. What do we do? Don't run. Let me think. If we hurry, we can gather them before more dredge appear. I can see them in the trees. You sure about this? No, we have to try. Be quick. Alette calms the ox while you frantically toss supplies back into the cart. More dredge emerge, but you manage to get the cart moving again before they can close in. The colossal figures slowly recede into the distance. Plus 15 supplies. Yep. People will die of starvation. You'll lose the game if you don't have supplies. You can see how many days of supplies you have. Yada, yada, yada. Organ trail, organ trail, organ trail. I love this kind of
I
like...
never expected to see the dredge with my own eyes. What happened in the north?
Nothing good.
Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Alette grips my hand tight. We must find Ivor.
Ivors? They have fantastic salmon, smoked salmon chowder. Why are we going to an Ivors? It hasn't even been invented yet. Nope, you can see some dredge in the foreground. Ivor! The enormous varl in question towers over the men in the trading field. He squints as you approach. Already back, Huntsmaster? Thought you'd be tomorrow. Dredge! Everywhere! Dredge. How'd they get through Greyhorn? Must have broken through the fort. Fighters nearby have stopped sparring. They gather around you. Damn it. They'll be here soon if they're not already. You hear screams from the outskirts. People are running towards the Great Hall. Ivor turns to one of the older boys in his group of fighters. Eagle, take Alette to the Great Hall. Tell the chieftain what's happening. The rest of you gather up as many people as you can. Come on, Alette. No, wait. I want to help. Let them fight, Ivor. Why not invite some goats to join us, too? You're asking for dead kids. Do you want dead kids? This is how you get dead kids. I won't let anything happen to her. They'll have to deal with it sooner or later, Ivor. What now? Ugh. Eagle, keep your shield up. We just hold them off until everyone's inside, then we figure out what to do next. More shouts draw your attention to some houses atop a nearby hill. Ah! Murder, death! Sure enough, dredge are gathering in number. Fear threatens to bubble over into panic. How long do we need to keep this up, you ask? Ivor shakes his head unknowingly. Till they stop moving. That's a bad sign. Woohoo, I have an item. Alette's bracelet. +1 armor, +1 strength, +1 will. Can she equip it? Yes. Dunk. There we go. To battle! For Valhalla! Okay. You little dudes hang out in the back. You shield dudes hang out in the front. Get ready. Okay. Attack. Oh, you can already get a decent little chunk in on his health. That's good. Ooh, that's a big boy. I do not think I like that. No, I do not. Let's get Alette into position here. He doesn't move very fast. Ow! Don't hit my little shield boy. What will I do without him? Oh yeah, he's got the battering ram ability. Oh, that's beautiful. Oof. Ivor's got some serious armor. really need to chip this dude. He's very large. I need to lure him into the archer, or into the range of the other characters, though. Actually, I don't necessarily want to take that guy out yet. Because he only has 2 strength left. I can't get to anyone else. I could go up and poke this guy, but then he's just going to get creamed. Eh, fuck it. Time to die, kid. Okay. Let's see. You're pretty weak. Let's make sure you can't hurt anybody. Bam! Yes! That's what I wanted. Ooh, he fucked up his own guy. Ooh, doesn't she have like a thread the needle attack? Yeah, it hits both people. Oh, that's freaking fantastic. Nice! Okay, so you have just a mountain of armor. But I really... Nah, I should chunk that. Ooh, this little boy's in some danger. Yeah, he's in some serious danger. How far does that thing move? Too far for comfort. I could do a little bit of damage preemptively to this big boy, though. There we go. That's gonna hurt. Okay, so now we're gonna mark the prey on this big guy. Boom! 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 Yes! That's what I like to see. Let's see. He's got way too much armor for Alette to get through right now. She can finish this schmuck off. Or actually, no, don't finish him off. Let's just leave him really weak. There we go. So then he'll go next, and then he'll just have to hit somebody's armor. They're going to try to take out a Gil. And if I go and lay into this dude, I should be able to keep him alive. Yep. Stonewall, +1 armor to adjacent allies and self. Blocks damage to strength and armor for 1 round. Now he just keeps himself alive. And then Rook, my boy, come over and finish off this dude. Not enough willpower. Use the horn. Boom! Got him. And now you both die. Oh, that was fucking fantastic. Mwah. Bravissimo. Fucking love it. Yes, and Alette's ready for a promotion. Combat can be unforgiving, don't hesitate to change the difficulty, blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm fine. I think I got it handled. Black horde is forming at the tree line. Enough of this, says Ivor, glancing over his shoulder. We're going back. Then adds, Rook, I'm doing one more check of the houses around here. See if you can find anyone. Okay. As you turn to head back, a colossus appears around the side of the houses. It silently looms over Alette. Its face is expressionless, stony masked, more terrifying than any roar it may have produced. Time seems to slow as it pulls back its enormous mace. Shoot it with an arrow! As though second nature, you knock an arrow, a lead is standing directly between you and the dredge, making the shot perilous at best if you're off by a few inches. Stop thinking. Shoot the dredge! You let go. A second passes like an eternity. The arrow bounces off the dredge's face, inches away from what you think is its eye. It recoils, then turns upon Alette again. Eagle rushes to her side. Ivor throws himself between them, catching the mace on his shield, and returns the favor, crushing the dredge's head with his shield point. The dust settles. You can see that everyone is all right. "Let's get out of here," says Ivor as he goes to check the last few houses nearby. "Rook, see if you can find any more survivors and meet me in front of the hall." So, real quick here. Let's do a little promoting. Yep. So we're going to bump up your ability to puncture armor and give you a little more strength. And then for Rook, my boy, we're also going to do a similar thing. Although I think he could probably benefit from more armor. Okay. Not a lot of renown left. Market. So I could buy an item, but I probably need to buy supplies. Any of these any good? +2 will. +1 will in turn. Jarl's Seal. +1 will. Eyeless Rift. Simple black sash had to be wrapped around the eyes of a blind archer who never missed a shot. I can't afford it, though. And +2 armor arrest. Early King of Men was known to give a ring that would turn compulsively on his finger before rushing back into battle. I don't really rest very much, though, so that has potential to be useful. But it doesn't really fit my playstyle too much. I think we're just gonna buy as many supplies as we can. You find anyone? A few. Send them inside. God, this is bad. I'm out of practice, Rook. Look, as long as I've known you, you've always wormed your way out of talking about Dredge. This would be the time to start talking. I can tell you they rarely stop for rest. The sooner we leave, the better. They'll follow us until we're tripping over tired women and children, then they'll attack. Even after we're wiped out, they'll keep coming, trampling corpses in their wake. There's no end to them. How did anyone survive the Great Wars exactly? Ask the Menders. I wasn't there. But I know you fought your fair share. Yeah, I've killed enough slag for one lifetime. That's why you're gonna save us now. Don't lay that on me. Come on, let's get inside. That's not my job. It's above my pay grade. Rook, thank the gods you've made it. The Great Hall is an utter din, filled with as it is with dozens of terrified families. Don't stop worrying yet. I have it! What in the depths is going on? Dredge milling around, ransacking houses? Chieftain's wife finds you, pushing through the crowd. Odd leaf. They must know we're here. Why haven't they attacked? Don't know. I wouldn't expect it to last. I've made some decisions, but tell me straight. What would you both do in my place? I'd have left by now. They're already outside the doors. Not so easily done, Rook. Listen to the giant who's fought the things before. The chieftain sighs a deep and heavy breath, slumping. He looks years older. Imagine just fighting back and saving the town, but nonsense, Ivor's right, of course. We can't just wait to be slaughtered. Where do we go? If Dredge are coming down from the north. Frostfeller to the west. It's close and it has walls. I intend to be free of Skarger in one push. Nobody left behind. I wouldn't. If they follow us, we're done. What do you suggest? Let me go create a distraction, then go. I'll catch up on the road to Frostfeller. What if we set the town on fire as we left? Do we abandon the storehouse? We could use supplies. If we have to, we'd be leaving behind everything but the supplies you bought to work. On the other hand, Frostville is at least a week away. I'm not sure we've got that much food. It'll be cutting it close. If we're saddled with heavy carts, it'll be almost impossible to outpace the dredge. If we run out of food before we get to Frostfeller, it won't matter how many escape. I still say let me handle the dredge. Alright, Ivor usually knows what he's talking about. I'll join him. Well, I didn't ask for advice just to ignore it. Promise you're not throwing away your lives on this? I don't think that's part of the plan, Ivor? Nope. Then I'm coming with you. That catches you by surprise. The chieftain rubs his chin, but doesn't argue. From the training she's given Alette, we've no doubt she can handle a bow. Fine, I'll get the townspeople ready. Make your move, Ivor. We'll leave when you're clear. I want Gil with us, says Ivor. If something happens to us, I need him to tell the chieftain. Ivor goes off to find him. Alette finds you. I know what you're doing. You have to let me come, she says. Don't leave me, please. I'll be good. Okay, Alette. I promise, she says. Ivor soon finds both of you. Let's go. Remember, we're not trying to fight them all. We're just getting their attention. You step into the town courtyard, where you can already see Dredge in every direction. Ivor starts banging his shield and swearing at them. We kill a few, he shouts, and the rest will follow. You steel yourself for a tough fight. Oh boy! Well, good thing I leveled up a little bit before this. To battle! Ooh, I got them all surrounded in stees. Okay, I need to take out Mr. Big Boy over here. How far can you... Oh, I can't see how far they can move. Well, shit. I think... if I sneak all the archers over here, and then I put the big boys over here. I can... Ooh, better idea. Yeah, let's really sneak them in here so that way they can't even get approached. Okay, so let's see here. Don't want to get too close to that thing. It's probably going to hit me anyways, but... my God, that thing's got a lot of strength and armor. Oh, I don't want to box in Ivor. That would be bad. Yep, it's going for Rook. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. That's okay. Boom! Get him, old Gil, my boy. Ooh, you have poopy stats. Ouch. Okay, now this is where Rook becomes very useful. Ooh, now you're not looking so tough, are you? Ow. I can't remember. Will this hit him as well? I don't think it... Oh, yeah, it will. Well, shit. He's got enough armor and stuff. That'd be worth it. Okay, so now let's finish off Mr. Big Boy. Ow! It's not enough. Oh, Rook's still up. Just barely. Oh, yeah! Oh, that was a close one. Hey, Ivor's ready for a promotion now. You have no problem getting the dredge to follow. Things begin to look dicey, but you're eventually able to lose them in thick woods, where they have difficulty keeping up. You climb to an overlook and wait for the caravan to appear. An hour later, Oddleaf is the first to spot them. There! She points to the road. As you rejoin them, you can tell there was trouble. Some people wounded, others missing. A group is gathered at the rear of the caravan. Oddleaf walks beside a covered figure in the open wagon. Old fool, she says through clenched teeth. I should have stayed with him. The chieftain's death hits you like a blow to the gut. You continue on to Frostveller in silence. Alette's hand firmly in your own. Hey, lots of renown. That's good. The chieftain's dead, but morale's good. That's a bonus. Guess he wasn't very popular. Pausing to catch your breath, you glance backward and see the caravan stretched out past the point of safety. They're spaced out so far you're unable to see those bringing up the rear. Gotta pull them together, says Ivor. It'd be dangerous to stop until at least the Godstone. The path should be just ahead. Rally the caravan with a rousing speech. You make your way to the rear and hoist a small child onto your shoulders. Fight for every step! Remember those who didn't make it and push onwards! The clansmen see your effort and follow suit, pushing themselves harder. Morale improved. Hey, and some extra renown. It's cool looking. Far enough for today, I think. After a day of misery, men and women dropped their meager possessions beneath the Godstone of Hridveldir. What are we doing? We just left our homes because suddenly there were dredge. The chieftain did what I suggested, and look what he got for it. You really know how to inspire confidence, Ivor. Look at these people. Somebody has to hold them together. That's you, Rook. Me? You're the dredge killer around here. Yeah, a Varl. They want to listen to someone who looks like them. What about Oddleaf? Let her, if that's easier for you. So what if we run into more dredge? You mean when? I'll be honest with you. These men can't take on dredge by themselves. I expect we'll lose 2 for every slag we take down. So we run? Only if you want to lose women and children, we're going to have to fight, and there are going to be deaths. Gods be damned! Why is this happening? Think of how I feel. I'm stuck nursing a bunch of weaklings. You do care. I can tell. And you're a plague on the world. Worse than any dredge as far as I can tell. Chats like this are why we get along so well, Ivor. You sleep poorly, the sun forever stuck to an eternally bright sky. Before the others rise, you find yourself staring over long, low hills covered in pine. The Godstone looms overhead, the massive eyes of Hridvaldir looking the same direction as you. Inspect the Godstone. Weathered stone doesn't see many visitors. Not much reason to travel so far east when hunters come through. They sometimes stop to give offerings out of habit more than anything else now. The gods are dead. Hridvaldir was the god of hunters and of wild beasts, occasionally seen roaming the lands as both man and wolf. He was always depicted in effigy with his terrible spear. You wonder what he'd think about his woods being full of dredge now. The young girl from the caravan approaches you. "I made this for you," she says, handing you a crude necklace carved from a branch she must have found nearby. "Thank you for saving my mama," she says before running back to her tent. Back at your tent, you rouse Alette, who clings to your arm until she's completely awake. Bad dreams. Eventually the camp is broken down and it's time to move on to Frostfeller. It feels like an end, more than a start. Hey, you got an item. Bjarken rune. Bjork! Caravan halts when a group of men appear on the trail, weapons at their feet. "We've seen the dredge in your wake," says one. "We don't wish to meet them alone. If you let us join you, we'll show you a watering hole with enough animals to fill those supply wagons." An inherent fear of strangers mutters from the caravan. "What are you doing out here alone?" "We're hunting here for food when the dredge found our village," says the man. "When we returned..." He looks away, unable to finish. "Yeah, you guys can come along." "If you'll be no trouble, come along," you say. The men cautiously join your ranks and prove trustworthy. Their hidden watering hole nearby is teeming with animals, and soon your supplies are nicely restocked. Needed that. 'Cause I ain't got shit for supplies. During a rest, one of the men gets too drunk and ends up splashing mead in a warrior's face. A brawl erupts. Many thrown fists and a broken bone later, the instigator, Raffensvartir, is tossed on the ground at your feet. Angry clansman looking for satisfaction. His personal defense is little more than drooling mumbles. Tie him up till he dries out. Grab a rope from the supplies and make short work of the sot. A few onlookers throw scraps at him, but most just walk away with a laugh, at least content that some measure has been taken. Don't want to leave him behind or kick him out and die. Caravan is visibly relieved to find a small village on the way to Frostfeller with beds and fresh supplies. The locals here are shocked by the news you bring and discuss it amongst themselves while you set up nearby. Camp! Oh, finally. Okay. Looks like Ivor's ready for a promotion. That will be very useful. So he's pretty solid all the way around. He just needs more strength and armor pretty much, and he's good to go. Confirm. Oh yeah, we can look through these characters now. When Skoger was still young, Ivor wandered into the town's center, startling the settlers from Rundval, who had rarely seen a Varl before. He's never said why he left Varl lands to help men build a small town, but each chieftain in Skoger's family line is happy to have him. He's known Rook since the man was young, and the two formed a fast kinship. Cool. And he's got the battering ram, knockback and do break damage. Yep, and then they do additional break for each unit they pass through. And you can use it on your friends. Because Ivor's kind of a dick. Rook's daughter, Alette, only vaguely remembers her mother, who died when she was a child. Since then, Alette spends most of her time with her father. Unimpressed by the traditional roles of other girls in town, she hopes to become a hunter like her father, and in her spare time she practices archery with Oddleif, the wife of Skoger's chieftain, who has become a motherly figure to her. Cool. Thread the needle. By selecting an enemy in a straight line up to 5 tiles, the eagle eye shoots through every character in the way, doing normal strength damage to each in addition to bonus armor break and puncture damage. Thread the needle is one of the few abilities that can damage multiple enemies in a single shot, making it extremely powerful in the right hands, even though it also hits allies. Some abilities, like the Raid Master's Stonewall, make a good combination. Rook is a skilled hunter from a long line of woodsmen. Wood. Who have lived in Skogar, though none of his family have survived the long, hard winters of the north. Since childhood, he has been close friends with the town's resident Varl Ivor. His talents quickly landed him in the position of huntsmaster of Skogar, and Rook wrestles with wanting to teach his daughter Alette to become a self-sufficient woman while also keeping her safe from harm, something he was unable to do for his wife, Aldous, years ago. And yeah, he's got the mark Prey. By marking his target, the hunter does a small amount of armor damage and is able to focus the attack of his entire team on a single enemy. Any allies in range of the victim get a free instant attack on the marked target. When set up smartly, mark Prey can be one of the most powerful tactics available to the party, and the difference between victory and an impossible battle. This is true. Gil, a young boy growing up in Skogar without parents. Gil spends a lot of time behind a battered metal shield, training to be a fighter. The few who know him well call him Gil. Stonewall, resists damage per hit. Each hit the Raidmaster takes, either strength or armor is reduced, preventing him from taking permanent damage to either. The Raidmaster can use Stonewall to rush into a group of enemies and gain a forward advantage, or step in the way of a powerful enemy to block his movement with impunity. Impunity! Punish them! The chieftain of Skogar was considered one of the luckier men in town when he wooed the beautiful daughter of a well-known fighter. These days, most people consider him a lucky man for marrying someone who knows how to run a town. Damn! Poor. Oh, chieftain, man, they just rip on him. He's only been dead for like a couple minutes, man. Rain of Arrows. The character secretly selects an unoccupied tile on the board and fires up to 3 arrows in the air. If an enemy passes through the selected tile, they are hit by the falling arrow, doing normal strength damage and stopping them in their tracks, ending their turn. Rain of Arrows can be used offensively, defensively, to protect allies, and in general is most effective when forcing an opponent to second-guess his actions. Smart use of the ability can potentially lock down an entire team. Yeah, if you can predict where they're gonna go, but fuck, the AI in this doesn't ever seem to follow clear patterns. It likes to switch targets a lot and kind of be unpredictable. But if they only have like one target to go after, I think it interrupts them, which it doesn't say there, and that makes it a lot easier to get through. And then I got this little thing. What's this do? Ooh, 15% chance to dodge strength. That's pretty good. Let's give this to the old Rook boy here. There we go. The Bjorken rune. He's got a little bit of dodge chance there. That'll be helpful. Gil. How's the arm, Gil? You find Gil outside the camp, practicing his sword swings. Saw you taking some hard hits out there. Oh, yeah, I'm great. Not great, considering everything. Yeah, I'm fine. My arm's fine. It's a strong shield. It's Rook, right? I know we haven't talked much before now, but if you want, just call me Gil. Okay, Gil. I want to let you know that I meant what I said before about making sure nothing happens to Alette. I've never seen a shield like that before. I doubt there's many. My father made this. It's solid metal. Really heavy. I've been practicing with it since I was a kid. I used to spend a lot of time just getting used to lifting it. I'm pretty good with it now. It's the only thing of my father's I have left. Then when my mother died, she gave it to me before, she died. Ivor seems to think you're pretty good. Did he say that? That's good. I'm trying. I never had to fight anything like Dredge before, but I don't have much else to do, and not many people get to train with a Varl. Just seems like I could be help to somebody. That's what I want to be. You're protective of my daughter, huh? Well, she's, I don't want her to get hurt. You can see his cheeks turn bright red. Don't worry. She can take care of herself, too. Oh, I know. I didn't mean... Easy, Gil. Yeah, I know what you meant. Heading back to camp. Stay strong. I will. Oh, and if you need something, let me know. I'll do anything you want. Between you and Ivor, we're going to be okay. I can tell. Famous last words. Ooh, I got all kinds of renown. What we got in the market? Ooh, that's not a lot of supplies, but what's this? Obsidian ring. Seems to absorb the light around it. Said to have been forged by dredged stone singers. +2 strength. Even the godless will hesitate to strike down the Loom Mother's chosen few. -2 aggro. That's not bad. Enormous fish hook, thought to be from the legend in which the Varl King Skarmir pulled a whale from the Silverstone. +2 break. That's kind of strong. On this jewel-encrusted headband, the eye of an ivory white cat seems to be looking around on its own. +2 armor return. Ooh, the Bjorg of Landia. Yes. I'll take this too. And I guess we'll buy some supplies, because we're going to die if I don't. And I guess we should rest. Try to get the morale up a little bit. There we go. And I'm actually going to go take a quick break. Be right back.
Yep.
Indeed. Oh, since I'm playing the Viking game, I think I'll have the last of the Aquavit.
Do it.
Whoo! Ouch! That was my thumb. Gotta be careful not to bump that. Some lime juice. That's better. Alright. On the road again. Let's go. We're only just outside the village when 2 men in red approach. My name's Hogan, says one, gesturing to the other. My brother is Morgan. Many from the village wish to join you to Frostfeller. Third man, exuding rage, charges up to the group. Shut your mouth, Hogan! He screams. What's going on here, guys? These bastards don't speak for us. They've been trying to divide the village since you got here. True. You can keep whoever wants to stay and die. The rest of us will go with these reasonable people of Skogar. I'll have you both gutted before I let half the village desert. Behind the angry villager, a mob of armed thugs have appeared, all furrowed brows and nervous stares. You both know what will happen to the rest of us if the fields are abandoned. Nobody leaves. There won't be anything to tend once the dredge arrive. Your fields will be empty one way or another. Dredge my ass! I don't know what the scam is this time, Hogan, but you got 2 choices. Get back to work or I'm finally putting you in the ground. Hogan, what do you say? I thought it was unfair that he only asked me. Hogan draws his axe slowly, followed by Hogan. Despite their confidence, the brothers are significantly outnumbered. I think I make a poor farmer. Ivor, let's make this a fair fight. Side with the brothers. How could I not side with Hogan and Morgan? They're fucking fantastic. Ivor steps forward. The thugs hesitate. As you pull your axe, you notice that Alette is nowhere to be seen. Well, Alette will have to skip out on this one. That's okay, though. Ooh, Ivor. Oh, he's not a high enough level to use that. Well, shit. I could give him the extra break damage for now. I want him to have the regenerating armor, though. No one else is leveled up enough to be able to... Thrashers. Hogan and his brother Mogan have gotten the same questions their entire lives. You don't find many twins about, but even fewer who know how to use an axe. Hogan tends to be the more level-headed of the two, which may explain why he ended up with a child and a wife. Hogan tends to be the sort to act first and think later. This may explain the scar, amongst other things. This is literally the same picture, just one dude has a scar on his face. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, well, since the only one who's level 2 is Ivor, we're going to give him the world hook for now. Okay. We'll switch that out later. To battle! We're Hogan and Morgan. Shield wall! Shoot that man in the dick! Good job. And now you're going to Pain Town. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. Shit! Hogan! Or was that Mogan? We'll never know. Okay, which one's going next? That guy? Okay, he's not gonna move. So I might as well hit somebody. Actually, I think... Let's see, you got 10 strength. Yeah, I need to whittle down your armor a little bit. Tink. Ooh, trying to take down Ivor. Brave. Very brave. Also very stupid. Alright, Hogan. Kick his ass. No, odd leaf. Oof, ouch. That stung a little bit. So that guy's almost toast. You're pretty weak, and Rook's gonna go next. This archer lady's gonna go right now. So I've got 10 strength, but not a lot of armor. That guy's gonna hit me. Oh well, fuck it. Dunker! Boom! Fucking Dunkaroos over here. Huh. Okay, let's just go ahead and take you down a size. Oops, what am I doing with that? Ouch! Oh, he's not dead yet. Not dead yet. I don't much care for you. No, Morgan! Oh, there he goes. He'll be alright. We'll get him patched up in a jiffy. Wow, that guy's got a lot of armor break. Holy shit. Avenge your brother! Tink. Let's see, you've got 7, and Down you go! Plunk. Say hello to the Varl. Good night. That looked painful. No, Mogan has been injured in battle. That's okay. He'll heal up. The brothers thank you with wide grins. Soon, many of the villagers have joined your caravan. You scan around anxiously for Alette, who had gone missing when the fighting began. Eventually, you find her, watching from afar. Hogan returns at that moment, introducing you to his son and wife, and you soon set out again. You guys have brought some supply. Ah, yeah, they brought some supplies with them. Good. Alette marches quietly alongside the caravan, a little distant since leaving the village. When you stop for a rest, Oddleaf approaches you both. Alette, I have something for you. Oddleaf has gathered up a long banner from the caravan and smiles warmly as she passes it to Alette. What's this about? I was hoping you'd sew the banner with everything that has happened since we left Skober. Come find me another time, Rook, and we'll talk. Before you can comment, she departs. Dad, are you the chieftain now? Guess I'll have to find out later. Oh, then that means... Both quiet for a moment, while Alette unfurls the banner. Oddleaf has been teaching me how to sew. She speaks pretty highly of you. Can we read the part about Mom? You nod. On the banner has been sewn the story of the families who lived in Skoger throughout the years, just as is done on every banner in every town. I wish she were here, but I'm kind of glad she isn't. The section of banner about your family is short, but Alette has been sewing in colorful designs. Why do you say that? She doesn't have to deal with all of this, dredge, leaving home, and... Why did you kill those men in the village? I mean, if it's okay to ask. Well, I had to make a hard choice. Because the dredge are terrifying. Every time we have to fight them, I just want to run, but I don't want to kill a person, please. Are you mad at me? No. I'm glad you don't want to kill people. Alette smiles at this. Then her face sinks again. I guess I would do it if I really had to, but do we have to? I know what you mean. Yeah, I know, Dad. I think you're doing a good job. She hugs you. You spend the rest of your time together sewing new verses into the banner. For better or worse, the story of Skoger is your burden now. Oh joy. Equal to the number of days wounded. The healer's time passes when resting in camp. Yeah, he'll be fine. And besides, I would much rather have Alette be in that place, as opposed to him anyways. Time to promote old Rook Boy here. Awesome. Very good. And we'll keep him with that. Ivor needs to level up more so he can use that thing that I bought. I'm not going to be able to use that for a hot minute, but it's worth it. What's up, Oddleaf? How you doing, Odd? I'm alright. Not at first. Sometimes when a loved one dies, people say it doesn't sink in for a while. It sunk in for me right away. People tell me I'm a strong woman. It's funny, my father named me Oddleaf before I was even born. He wanted a boy so badly. Strong woman, what does that even mean? And people look up to you? Don't take this the wrong way, but I want to be known for handling my feelings. I feel nothing about my husband dying. People think I'm strong. If I cry because my insides feel like they're on fire, I'm weak. Why does that feel so backwards? I'm sorry, Rook. It's been hard. You're not sure what to say. In the many years you've known the chieftain's wife, this is probably the most you've ever talked. You asked me to come find you? Yes, it's about the banner. I thought about it a long time. You asked me to give it to you, you know, if something happened. What would you have done? That's what I've been thinking about so much. It should be mine. I could carry it, but I thought about why he named you. I get it. They won't follow a woman. Families would leave. Our banner would be divided. I mean, I'd vouch for you. Come on, Rook. This isn't the time for pretend. It's not just about our small town. What happens the first time we need something from another clan? How will that go? And for the first time someone thinks they can take advantage of us? I think this is what has to happen. Okay. I guess I'll do my... Maybe this is what it means to be a strong woman. She looks sideways, eventually giving over a timid smile. I'm not sure if that's the dumbest thing I've heard or the sweetest. Listen, I know I dragged this out. The truth is my husband and I could never have a child. I don't want our banner to end here. It'll be safe with you and Alette. I know you're going to take care of her. She puts her hand on your shoulder as she heads back to the camp. Okie dokie. Let's keep moseying on. Don't have time to hang around here. I don't have enough supplies. Scoot my chair up a bit. With a small split in the trail, a few fighters stop to speak with you, each carrying a single pack. We recognize this place, one man says. Spent several years here with some kin. If they're still around, we have to warn them of what's coming. With luck, we'll find you again in less than a week. Wish the fighters well. You nod your understanding. Kin is kin, you say. Do what you must to protect them. The man claps you on the shoulder and the fighters depart. Bye-bye. Complaints of Rathvarter's excessive drinking have resurfaced. This time the man stumbled over some tent ropes, pulled the snagged canvas through a campfire, nearly setting a supply wagon aflame. Clansmen put out the fire on both the wagon and Rathvarter's leg before leading him to you. This man drinks nothing but water from now on. He groggily agrees, slurring his way through promises to quit being such a nuisance. Many of the onlookers snort or roll their eyes, but go back to their business. Somehow your dad'll be long before he manages to find another drink, whether you allow it or not. Dredge! Shouts a man from the back of the caravan. It's Rossvarter, the unabashed drunk, staggering towards you, looking not entirely sober. He screams again, pointing to trees in the distance. Fear races through the caravan as fighters pull their weapons. Scouts return with no sightings and furious men surrounding him. Well, let the clansmen deliver justice. Swift and brutal beating befalls Rasmussen, one that leaves him begging for mercy. The next time he is offered mead, the man shies away in fear. For the rest of the caravan, everyone seems pretty satisfied. I mean, you keep starting trouble, it's gonna happen one day, one way or another.
Thriving city. The walls of Frostweather now just keep the howling winds at bay. With luck, they'll hold out against Dredge as well. That's a very long flag. You jostle through fallow crowds of sunken faces who appear as though they've been freezing in front of Frostweather for days. The gates are closed. You come to a stop at the bottom of the hill. Uh-oh. This is not looking good. Why are there so many people in the fields? I can't stay outside in the open like this. Oddly finds you amongst the many refugees. Rook, I just talked to some of the women here. Nobody's being let into the city. Why? It's overrun with Varl from Blotzblacker, Greyhorn, people from Bitra, all the nearby villages. The Dredge are everywhere. And the chieftain of Frostfeller has locked himself in his great hall. That's when they close the gates. When Dredge come, the hills will turn red. We have to get in there. Yeah. Let's get in there somehow. I can get that gate open. Let's see if there's any other way before we start breaking down gates. I wasn't gonna break it. Just
push really hard. You know. Nice and calm, like. Not a lot of supplies. Let's see, Obsidian Bell, +2 aggro. Ether Fang, +3 will per kill. No. The Obsidian Ring might be worth taking, but I'm gonna buy up these supplies first, and yeah, then I'll pick that up. You approach the gate where hundreds of people have gathered. In a trodden, bloody space in front of the door, several pin-cushioned bodies lie unclaimed as though they simply belonged there. Archers up on the walls make it clear that nobody will be getting in. Men and women bellow intermittently, call for mercy and reason, when they're not flinging stones and curses. Find out more from the crowd. You spend an hour talking to different people who all have the same story. A couple days ago, the chieftain shut himself in, closed the gates, refused any more refugees. They've got huge stores of supplies in there too, adds one man. They're just hoarding them. Gil pushes you aside. I was following the outside of these walls, and there's a water passage we could squeeze through, I think. Not the whole caravan, but if a handful of us get in, we might open the gates from the inside. Let's just go ahead and push through the front gates. I'm willing to try, grunts Ivor, despite sizing up doors that look like they could hold back an army, and when men start shooting arrows and pouring out to stop you, then you kill them, he says. You're not sure this is the most sound plan. Give it a shot. Ivor slings his shield over his back. He steps up to the gates alone, archers above watch, more curious than anything else. Ivor plants his feet and puts his shoulder against the massive door. Aside from a long wooden creak, nothing is happening. Then, unbelievably, the doors start trembling. The archers shout. More to those inside the walls than out. The creaking becomes louder, and then a crack. The doors part slightly. Help him! You shout to the rest of the caravan. When you look back again, you see that nearly everyone has thrown in to push. The gates finally succumb under your combined effort, and you find yourself face to face with dumbfounded guards. You bark at the mob to attack! Okay. We've got 2 archers and 2 shield derps. So, really not much. Alright, let's do this. I don't really want to block Ivor's way. We're just gonna have you wait a turn. That's better. Oh, that's a lot of armor break. Tink. That's not a big deal. Gil can take it. He's a strong lad. Hiya! Deflected! Sucker. God, her strength is just pathetic. Whoa! That was a lot. Let's see, Let's gonna go next, and she's actually pretty tough, so we're gonna have old Hogan go after this guy. Nice. Ha. There we go. Nice shot. That one's gotta go. No question about it. Good night. Tired of your bullshit. Boom! We'll just have him defend. Haha. Nice. Ooh, ow. Tear a new one. Ha. Pathetic. Yeah! Take him out, Alette. Nice. Wait, what am I doing? Let's just get you set up for a nice, easy kill for somebody else that needs some more experience. I don't really want to give it to Gil. Yeah, let's get Oddly for kill. Maybe she can get a promotion out of this. And she desperately needs to be a little more useful. Archer's really strong, but her stats are just trash. Nice. Guards who aren't lying at your feet, run. A crowd of men and women scurry into the city while they have the chance, but it's only moments before a man wearing all black approaches with many more axemen at his back. What in the depths are you doing? Letting ourselves in. I see that. I'm very impressed. With his twitchy eye. All those people you just let in here, dead. All those women and children with you, dead. Thanks for killing the only ones holding this place together, Skull. What are you talking about? The man orders his guards to get the doors closed again before more refugees notice. If I knew there were fighters and a Varl outside, I would have brought you in. I'm Eckel. I'm in charge here. You heard about the chieftain? We heard he's hiding out in the Great Hall. Oh, really? Think you mean hiding out in a grave? He's eating worms, if that wasn't clear. What happened in here? As soon as I heard Dredge were coming, anyone who couldn't swing an axe got one to the head. That's the short story, anyways. At least 3 clans in here warring over turf and food. And the worst are the godforsaken Varl. He eyes Ivor and shrugs with exaggeration, as if simply stating the obvious. We're in more danger here than out there? Look, I was in charge here before things went to crap. You've got some people who can fight. You've got a Varl who apparently has the strength of a god. I can keep your flock safe in the Great Hall. You fight for me, and take back Frostfeller. I don't take sides. Too hard to tell when the good guys have become the bad. Fine. Cut those sheep loose and watch your own asses. What do I care? All I want to do right now is get out of the goddamn streets. Think carefully about what you want. We'll join you. For now. Good.
because what else were you thinking would have been a bad idea? Eccles shouts to his men, and with the gates closed, you follow him down obscured alleys. Hope we know what we're doing. Making it up as we go, Ever. Making it up as we go. Chapter 3. Little did they sleep. Back on! Hakon, we're back. I was about to get as many warriors from Strand as you wanted, and more weapons, extra supplies, too. Plus 100 Varls, plus 100 fighters, plus 200 supplies! God, I wish I had that in my other caravan. You perk up just now realizing Moger's been talking to you. Since Wagner died, everyone has been looking to you to make the decisions. It's exhausting. Hakon? Sorry, just tired. Go on. I was saying the Varl we sent to Strand have returned. The governor gave us most of what we wanted. Good enough. Much resistance from the governor? Some. I don't think he was happy about us buying his fighters using his own money. We also insisted we take on a lackey of his to watch over his property, a man named Eric. Oh, Eric. I met him. He seemed competent enough. Regardless, the governor will have to get over it unless he wants dredge crawling through his streets. We put down every slag that has wandered through here while you were gone. Enough flapping of mouths, then. You're sure that wound is healed, Luden? I agree. Enough has already gone wrong. If something happens to the prince on a mission of peace, the alliance would rot. Or worse. Luden makes his own decisions. We'd only be made to do this again later, and will not suffer it all a second time. Either take us through the wandering road, or do your job and slaughter some dredge. Luden turns abruptly with a scowl. He stamps back to his ring of tents and followers. Nyeh. Wandering road's not an option with this many. I could crush that boy's skull with one hand. Like a little egg. Luden won't be deterred. You'll have to deal with it. Don't let Luden get to you. Let's go. I'm sick of looking at this dump. What do I tell the warriors, Hakon? Tell them to be cautious. No more losses. Will do. Give the word and we'll set off. Let's see here. Well, I suppose I should probably take a look at my heroes. I've got Eric now. That's nice. No items still to speak. Need to get some kills for the other characters so they can level up a bit. What's up, Moger? I'd ask how you're dealing with Wagner's death, but I already know the answer. Do you? Steady old Moger, which is good. I know most of these Varl, but they're not under my command. They came to follow Wagner. Tell you the truth, I wouldn't want to be in your position either. Anything you can tell me about the caravan? Throw together this many Varl, half of them want to hit each other and the rest want to be left alone. Anyone I should keep an eye on? There's a couple of clan leaders trying to show off for each other. Not a big deal. I've got it under control. The fighters we just got from Strand aren't bad, but they're unruly. Give it a few days. And there are a few moaning about fighting for you instead of Wagner. Those are the ones to worry about. What about Luden's men? They don't want to hear anything from me, I know that. Any problems? Could be. Luden's pet Varl is named Bercy. I'm not sure where he came from or what his deal is. Bastard knows how to fight, but there's something I don't like about him. This girl in red is scary too, Yrsa. She's probably the best fighter Luden's got, to be honest. I've overheard some of the Varl call her the Witch. Why? The flaming arrows, I think. It's a good trick, but the fire upsets our Varl more than the dredge. Still doesn't make much sense. A witch? They're not scholars, Hakon. I think they're mostly just afraid of her. Yeah, it makes more sense. Don't let her find out. Haven't you ever wanted to be in command?
More than I am? Any more rope and I'd hang myself. I doubt that. I forget, you weren't around back then. At one point, I had more rope. I hung myself. So no, I'm not interested in command. It's all yours. Thanks. You think we're walking into a death trap? This many Varl? Nah, we should be alright. Things could get rough, though. I don't like being the one to send Varl to their deaths. I like worrying about myself, and that's the extent of it. Who would have expected Wagner to drop like that to a couple of slag? I'm still wondering what happened. He had hundreds of dead slag to his name. I don't get it. Just happens sometimes. No big moment. I'm sure it surprised him even more than us. Although I have to wonder... Nah, never mind. Anyway, I'll worry about the warriors. You worry about not doing something stupid. Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder if Luden stabbed him. That's asking a lot. What were you holding back about Wagner? I'd rather not say, Hakon. Why not? It's the kind of thing that gets stuck in your head and you need a clear one. It's better if you let me worry about it. If you say so. If there's a reason to bring it up again, I will. Let me know if you need anything else. Sure thing, buddy. Uben. You doing well, didn't you? Wagner? Yeah, oh, well, I don't know. I remember him. Always rushing around with some important business, but I never knew him. Never got a chance to talk much. Longer than I did, in any case. I suppose so. When he spoke, Varl listened. I knew that. I could use help there. The Scrivener leans back, considering the sentiment. I've seen worse. They respect you for your ability to swing an axe. They need to respect you for your actions. But you're not talking to the right Varl. Mogur's got some skill there. Most I can do is hold a quill. What are you always putting down in that journal? How do you mean? What do I write? I write what happens. I've got a banner and arboring for that, you know. You mean the long banner? Yes, the Menders wove up something that writes its own history. Want my opinion? I don't trust it. No? It tells a broad story. I think there's some value in the narrow. Whose story does it write? Mine, theirs, Luden's, God's forbid. You relic. Gods have been dead a long time. No, they have. Old habits, I suppose. Heard you were quite the terror in your day. Do you know how old I am? Dare I ask? I'm competing, you know. Nobody knows how old Varl can get, naturally. There's one by the name of Snorri. He's got a few years on me. Just hunkers in Grolfheim collecting rhyme. The bastard might actually beat me. And there's one named Krumir. It's close, I think. But the addled son of a bitch still welcomes a fight. He'll probably be off before I am. Although... Scrivener gestures around him as if to remind you of the current situation. Anyway, point is, what difference does it make? I'm just a delivery baron for Jornder now. Can't remember half of what I've done. Hence the journal? Hence, don't get fancy on my behalf, Hakon. Okay, I won't. What do you suppose happened to the sun? Gods, how should I know? Never seen something like this before. Are you worried? Some of the Varl in the caravan think the world's coming to an end. Others think it's the best thing that could happen. No more black months. I'll take it. If it's the end, I'm ready. What about the rest of us? To the depths with you. He's a grumpy old frickin' giant. Get some rest. Always more marching to do. I've hoofed more hills than a horse born with a grudge. Don't worry about me. Alrighty. Time to hit the road. Look at that, says Moger. In the hills, more dredge. No more than a dozen, though. We could just as easily pass by as rush up there and slaughter them. Luden overhears. That's a dozen dredge heading towards Strand. He says, you ask him when he started to care about Strand. I don't, he replies. I thought you did. We'll deal with it ourselves. Caravan stops and wait while you lead a small detachment up the hillside to take care of the dredge quickly. You tell Luden to stay by the caravan. He folds his arms and mutters something about being treated like a child. Stay here, puny one. Honestly, you should let him join the battle. Then I can get him some experience at least. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, we're not doing this freaking splitting up thing. That is not happening. And old Eric's gonna go over here. And let's lure him in this way. I need to get Hack on some kills. And probably Moger too. And I always want Moger out in front so he can start chipping their armor. Because if they hit him, they take armor damage, which is fantastic. Yeah! Do it! Ooh, that was a little painful. Oh yeah, now they're all nice and clumped up. This is gonna be a grand old party. Boom, boom! Okay. Moger is gonna step to the side here and let this guy have it. Bam! Uh-oh. He's taking some damage. Ah, I can't get him in. Do anything. Oh well, I'll just get him up here. Ouch. Let's see, Eric's not particularly that strong, but he can get in and start chipping some armor. Tink. So let's see here. Let's see, he's got 12. So that's 7 plus 2. That might be enough. Hey-ya! Almost. Ow! Jackass! Ow! Two for one sale. Ooh, he's in trouble. And down he goes. Shit. Well, that's not what I wanted. Alright, gun. Time to show him what you do best. Boom! That was delicious. Well, that sucks that Hakon didn't get any kills and didn't get a promotion. And he's been injured. I got plenty of supplies in this party though, so I can pull that off. Hakon! I hear Luden's hard-booted trot, as you set up camp for the first day and brace yourselves. We speak as equals. We can try. Seems clear to me that you plan to kill a lot of dredge along the way, am I right? We only kill dredge when necessary.
necessary. You're not fooling anyone. Don't you seem only the Varl can fight? Do you understand me? That's my banner we fly to Grofheim, the banner of Albarang. I insist on joining in battle.
Almost got it in your first encounter and ready for more. Whatever you like, Prince.
And, I expected more resistance.
From Wagner, maybe.
They tell me you were his kender. That's why you're in charge now. Some sort of next of kin Varl thing? Don't you take on his responsibilities?
In my own way.
And stop acting like I'm a thorn in your side.
When you're nearly 200 years, it's hard to take a 20-year-old man. Is that right? Seriously.
You'd better start. We'll both be kings someday.
That's the last thing I need to think about right now.
Ludin looks at you as though you just punched yourself in the face. He heads back to his tent before saying whatever was on his mind.
Yep, high exertion. Okay, heroes. Yeah, let's get Mogre a promotion here. He definitely needs it. There we go. And good old Gunnulf. Woo, buddy. He is up to level 4. Digging it. There we go. Now we're looking good. Hey, now I got Ludin and Yrsa. We're gonna put you up there. Alright, let's talk to some people here. So this is Bercy, I think? You have a moment? You approach Bercy as he lowers the book he was reading. He doesn't strike you as the book reading type. You're Bercy? You're Hakon? We've gotten that out of the way, haven't we? I had some questions. Say what you want to say. What's a Varl doing working for Ludin? What's a Varl doing working for another Varl? What difference does it make? It looks like you're in charge right now, so do me a favor and don't get Ludin killed. Is he important to you? No, but that's one way to put it. Where'd you learn to fight? Same as you. By fighting. You know what I mean. I robbed well-protected merchants for at least one man's lifetime. Is that what you mean? Yeah. Not anymore? I've had a lot of jobs. Can I trust you? What a loaded question. Depends on what you mean. Whose back will you have if things go wrong? Assume I'm looking out for myself and you'll figure it out. Does Ludin understand that? Ludin doesn't even understand that half his army is here just to protect him from the people he talks to. See you on the battlefield, oh leader of Varl. You can join us. I'm where I want to be. Don't forget what I said about keeping Ludin alive. Got it? Yeah, a little bit of threat behind that gravelly request. We found a witch. Yrsa, right? She watches you approach with her head tilted back and points a thumb towards Ludin's tent. Nope, here for you. Oh. Can we talk? Yrsa shakes her head no, a smile on her lips, eyelids low. Why not? I don't. You don't talk? No. You do, though. I don't. Well, this has been fun. Till next time. Hakon, you stop and look over your shoulder. I'm a witch, so be careful. She puts her forefinger to her lips with a soft shh. You depart, not quite sure what to make of that. Okay. Right, rest, rest, rest. There we go. Definitely need to make sure Hakon gets a promotion next fight. You overhear a conversation while marching alongside the warriors. I'm happy to stomp some slags as much as the next Varl, but I didn't join up to take orders from Hakon, says one. Apparently he doesn't realize you're within earshot. Not willing to die for him either. Challenge him to a fight. Who will you take orders from? You ask loudly. Wagner's dead. We can decide right now. You raise your fist. He does the same reluctantly. His best shot's not bad, but you've had a lot worse. You grab him by the horn, swing his entire massive frame through the air, and plant him into the ground. What's his name? You ask his companions. Gris. Take care of Gris, you reply. You hear them laughing at his misfortune as you wander off. Schmuck. A small gathering of tents comes into view. A group of merchants from the look of it. You ask what they're doing here. We were camped out by the Godstone ahead, one tells you, leaving an offering to Dengler. As one does, his expression turns. Dredge start appearing out of nowhere. Some of us stayed. I thought the Godstone would be safe, but damned if I know why. We've been dodging them since we left. Way to Strand is clear and see them off. Actually, you have anything to trade? Not much. Anything of value we left at the Godstone. I've never seen this many Varl in one place before. You're off to deal with those, Dredge? Yep. We could part with some supplies. Yep. I'll give them freely. Clearing the road is more than we could ask. I have one request, though. My wife's brother stayed at the Godstone. You'll know him by a necklace with many gold rings. If you see him, say that we're safely in Strand. Okay. Hey, more supplies. Excellent. Caravan slows unexpectedly. Word travels down the line and then to Moger, who tells you, Dredge know we're coming. Probably saw us back at Vetterfell. And did their usual lurking. Could have been bad if we'd plotted into them, but we saw them first. Dredge watch you, waiting to see what you do. When's the last time you commanded a few hundred, Hakon? Says Moger. Don't overthink it. The warriors can take care of themselves. War. When you come across more enemies than your party can handle, you're engaged in war. Give your army orders to fit the situation, but be prepared to get your own hands dirty too. By making battle easier for yourself, you'll end up with higher casualties, or you can take burden on yourself with a harder battle but save more lives. If you're ever desperately outnumbered, it may be best to run, avoiding battle completely. Dredge line the battlefield, weapons drawn. A fight seems inevitable. You take a quick head count. There must be at least 484 of them. You have 185 fighters and 466 Varl at your side. Charge! You consider taking your trusted allies and leading the charge, battering down the enemy. It will throw you into the thick of battle where fighting is most dangerous, but a strong charge can save lives. Rush into battle. Kill him with fire! I'm actually not entirely sure I want to use Eric. He might be worth keeping around, though. Or I could stick this Bursey fellow in there. Yeah, let's stick him in there, see what he does. If I get him knocked out, I don't care too much. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, let's see here. I don't want you up in the front of shit. Or you. I do want you and you. I guess we'll put him off to the side. We'll sneak you over here, and then Yrsa can just hang out back behind the Varls. Alright, Bursey, my boy. Let's see what you can do, sir. Oh, he's got the Tempest attack. Cool. Nice little 2-for-1 right off the start. Lord Mulder here. Tink. Well, that was highly ineffective. What even was that? Formations! Yeah, I'm not gonna gonna do a whole lot of damage to this thing with that much armor. Yeah, go ahead. Hit Mogre. Okay, so Hakon should be able to take this fool out now and probably get his first promotion. Yeah. There we go. Ah, nope, not enough to get a promotion yet. Gotta get another kill in. And let's see how useful Ludin can be. Not very. Fire Witch. Slag and burn. What does that do? Explodes in a 5-tile area, leaving 2 coals. Slag and burn trap an area, laying down coals. Oh, I should have moved her differently. That's actually, you know what? Fuck Bercy, I don't give a shit about him. Boom! There we go. Just chip them away. Get them to bounce their armor plates off each other. That's the way to do it. Well, Mogre's stuck. It's not very useful. Well, Bercy will probably go down here pretty soon, and he's completely trapped. I didn't think about that. I'm not going to be able to knock this guy out, but if I come over here and Sundering Impact this big dude, he'll chunk his little buddy there next to him. Oh, he's almost down. Okay, so I really want to get up close and personal with all these guys. Yeah, let's slag that whole section. Boom! Beautiful. Oh, ouch, there goes a bunch of armor. He's not going to do very much with a Tempest Strike. But we can at least chunk a little bit of armor off of that guy. Oh, he's bleeding out. Nice. Ah, shit, I trapped him again. Oh well. A little bit more damage to this fool. Ooh, that ricocheted nicely. There he goes, he finally went down. Nice. Maybe if I impale him, that might be useful. Not really though, because he's not going to move anywhere. So that would be kind of a waste. Could knock them all together a little bit better though, for when I go to slag and burn people, but I think I'm fine. Nah, let's do it. Damn, that's a really cool ability. Oh, you're a strong boy. I don't like that. We don't need no strong boys in here. Tink. Now you done messed up. Ooh. Finish this guy off. There's his promotion. Let's see if we can get Luden a kill. Nice. Man, Gunnuf's got enough kills under his belt, he's fine. So now I can either give Hakon another kill, or Luden another kill. I think we'll give it to Luden. Just because it could be useful to have him actually be a little stronger. Take a moment to survey the battlefield. The enemy's being pushed back all the way down the line. You take this opportunity to pull back and leave combat immediately. On the other hand, chasing down more dread would rally your fighters and save a few lives. You won't have any time to rest or charge your party, but a chance to loot your enemies might even reveal items they took from previous victims. Yeah, I'll call it good for now. Try to give you a wide berth and scattering distance. Excellent. Hey, I didn't even lose anybody. I only got one injury. I figured was, gonna get injured anyways. You don't really get to... I don't think you get to really keep that guy, so I'm not too worried about it. Ogre comes to you sporting a dour expression. There are more warriors than usual claiming illness lately. I don't think that they're faking it. I've seen them vomiting or stumbling around. Humans seem to be suffering from something too. Some kind of disease? Can't prove anything, but I think some of the rations may have been poisoned. Before you can respond, he continues, "Don't spread paranoia. It may be nothing. I found nothing wrong with the food. Most of us aren't ill. What do you think?" Keep some trusted Varl on watch. Ogre swears a few Varl to secrecy and has them keep a close eye on the supplies. I think you can see Strand off in the distance. Luden has been sending scouts ahead, quicker and more nimble than your Varl. One rushes back just as you cross the hilltop out of breath. "Dredge! That direction!" You overhear him tell Luden. "About a day away, they found a village." You ask what they're doing. "Tearing the place apart," he says. "Maybe 1,000 of them or more are looking for gods knows what. This will be a bigger fight than usual." Luden is uncharacteristically silent, waiting to see what you say. Draw some of them forward and split them. That sounds good. Send a small group of shield bangers to get their attention. They do. Half a day later, many dredge are giving chase up the hill in their plotting sort of way. You get ready to lay waste. 514 of them. Ooh, boy. Charge! Rush into battle! Okay, so now we're going to replace Bercy with Eric, because he's injured. Okay, now let's do some promoting. Yep, definitely needs more armor, for sure, to help him survive a little bit more. And then Luden gets a promotion. Aw, isn't that cute? Actually, I almost never have him break armor. He's mainly just here to do that little impale trick that he does. Let's get his armor up. He's usually pretty good at avoiding most attacks, so he's kind of small and out of the way. Oh my god, I can promote Gunnulf again. Take like all of my For now. Doing it! Oh yeah. Let's get him up there. Ready for battle. I think he's max level now. Yeah, he can't go above level 5 for the first game. Okay. Let's see here. Let's put you up front. And let's put you over here. You over there. Sneak you in the back. These two can run through stuff, and then we'll keep your distance there. I didn't want you to go first. Whatever. Alright, Moger. Go do what you do. Oh, going straight for the witch. Damn it, should have thought about that. There we go. Excellent. Tink. Tink. That was kind of weird. God, he hits like a truck. And we'll have Ludin, my boy, come over here and impale this schmuck. That might actually kill him. Yeah, I could have just had him kill him. Oh, don't be doing that tuning fork shit. That's not fucking allowed. And that just does 2 damage no matter what, so that's pretty solid. Oh! That's basically what I wanted anyways. Well, I could have Eric finish this guy off. Or I can rally Hakon. Strong. I don't much care for that. Because he hits like a truck. Oof! Gonna finish this schmuck off. Yes! None of that! Hakon gets a kill. Ludin gets killed. Almost. And let's go over here and slag and burn. There we go. Chink. Oh, there goes Yrsa. That's okay. Get him, Gunnulf. Oops. Did not think that through correctly. Let's see. 6 and 9. finish this schmuck off. Bam! Yeah, Ludin's almost toast. I'm just gonna get him out of there so he doesn't get knocked out. Eric's almost toast too. Let's let the big guys handle this. Get him, Hakon! Yes. Alright, pull back. I lost a few guys, that's okay. Less food. I know you can sometimes get items, but man, after you're already weak and trying to fight those things, is a pain. Village still a day away, you're eating on the march. Varl approaches. We had words earlier, says Chris. You recall him claiming that he didn't care for your command. You're right in what you did. Let me join your guard and fight at your side. Pride hangs on his posture and sincerity in his eyes. You've got one shot. Tell him to report to Moger. I don't sit in the back lines. Make a mistake and you'll get your head caved in. Nobody will lose sleep over it. He nods and goes to speak with Moger. You're close enough to hear dredge rattling through the buildings below. Pull them out of the houses, Moger suggests. Slag just can't resist an ambush. We'll have better luck in an open field. Alright, let's do it. Send your shield bangers forward to get their attention. Before long, dredge have gathered, ready to fight. Charge on in there. Well, let's do it. Alright, do I have enough to promote Hakon again? Nope, I don't have enough renown yet. Oh well. We'll get it next time. And I'm keeping the archer lady, because she's very useful. And let's restack this a little bit. There we go, I think. Yeah, somewhere like that. That should be fine. Alright. To battle! So let's put you here. Actually, let's put you here, you there, you in the back, you over there, you there. Ready. Ooh, I can get a good nasty shot off on him right away. That's gonna make me a little vulnerable. It's worth it. That guy's got way too much strength. That needs to go down a bit. Whoo! 4? Come the fuck on. Damn it. Yeah, chunk that fucker's armor. Yeah! Get that big chain reaction going. Perfect. Ow. Okay, so let's see. I still got 13 strength. That's not too shabby. Let's take a step here. And yeah. Just gotta slowly chip them down. Ouch. Whoa! Alright. That was a little intense. Oh, he's not looking too hot. I want to get some more damage in on one of these guys. Really should just chip at this guy's armor some more. Ouch. There we go. There goes another. Oh no, no you don't. None of that, sir. Oh, I don't have enough to Tempest. I don't really have enough to really take him out. Hakon can probably take him out. Yeah, and Hakon goes next. Let's just make sure this guy doesn't hurt anybody else with that whole bunch of strength he's got. Okay. Almost done. He's still pretty strong. Let's see, I could kill that guy. Or they're all generally weak. Chip away at his armor a little bit. I don't think I'm going to be able to reach that far to hit that guy. And I wouldn't be able to do enough damage anyways. Well, he might summon another creature, whatever. Yep, we're gonna get another buddy here pretty soon. There he is. Oops, I should have actually went for the kill on that. Didn't think about it. Run! There we go. A little bit of damage off on him. That'll be good. And Mogre. Good, at least he's going after Mogre. Little bit of extra juice and 2 for 1 sale. 3 for 1 sale. God, gotta love that. Nice. Hey, no injuries or losses. Excellent. That's how we win. Bodies blanket the area as though the snow itself had turned black and red. You walk between clusters of survivors, taking accounts of your warriors. Eventually you cross paths with Mogre. This was a tough one, he says. Hope we don't face worse the further we go. But this could be a hint of things to come. Let's check out that village. The wounded are gathered, and you head towards what's left of the village ahead. You wander through the small village where there had been a cacophony of battle before. Now an eerie silence hangs over the place. Bodies of dredge and villagers make a macabre path to houses that have been ripped apart as if by a tornado. Yrsa stops in her tracks. Hear that? She all but whispers. It sounds like crying. Soon you discover a trapdoor partially hidden by a carpet. A woman's scream dies in her throat at the sight of a varl instead of a dredge. Men and women both are huddled together. Oh my god! Oh wait, never mind. A baby cries on her mother's shoulder. They are clearly awed to see so many warriors. What do we do now? They ask. Go to Strand. We've cleared the way. They give you worrying looks, but eventually begin gathering their things. Think they'll make it? Asked Mosger, doubt in his voice. You don't know. But trying has got to be better than starving to death in a pit. Eric watches. I almost feel guilty about this, he says. I know Strand. Even if they make it in one piece, the locals will tear them apart. Not literally, of course, but, well, maybe literally. I might join them. Go if you wish. Then I will, he says. He throws on his pack and soon catches up to the refugees. Not my problem, dude. You're not particularly useful. You have what's known as a lame ability. Alright, let's promote Hakon here. Yes. More power. And let's give old Mogre the good promotion. Perfect. That's looking good. Yeah, they got a market here. What do we got? Okay, Haldon's Razor, +3 will on rest, +1 will per kill, +1 strength, the Iron Bands, +2 aggro, but 5% chance to dodge. And there's the regenerator thing. I really like those regenerator things. Oh wow, that's just absolute crap food supplies. Let's see. Well-honed Razor. The +1 strength bands aren't half bad. Those are kind of neat. But honestly, this is about the only thing that's going to be really useful. So I'll take that. And then I can give that to the only level 5 guy I have right now. Yes! Ooh-wee. Old Gunnulf has just turned into an unstoppable force of destruction. Okay, well, let's, I think the game saves automatically, if I remember correctly. Yep, it does. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here for now. We got pretty far, pretty decent. Still got a ways to go through this game, though. And there's 2 more games after that. Lots. It's quite the saga, as it states, but my hand's starting to hurt, so gotta go rebandage my wound here. But, as always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it. And as always, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.